Hey everybody, I hope you're doing well out there. Today I'm going to be walking you through what hopefully will be a very basic video on how to replace the batteries on your Garmin VivoFit 4 activity tracker. So if you're like me, you knew this day was going to come. You've got the VivoFit 4 activity tracker. It doesn't have a rechargeable built-in battery. Instead, it runs on basically watch batteries. And the estimated battery life is about a year on this thing. So it's been about a year. If I try and power it on, nothing happens. It really doesn't give any warning. It just dies one day. What I'm going to be doing in this video is walk you through how to change out the batteries in it. So first thing you're going to need to do is we're going to need to kind of bend the strap back and pop the activity tracker out of our strap. So now we've got our activity tracker. Mine's still in pretty good shape. You know, normally for the cost of these things, you might think, just throw it out and get a new one. But if you're like me and it's in pretty good shape, why not change out the batteries? So we're going to go ahead and do that now. If you look at the front of it, you'll notice there's 4 little screws in the top corners. So the only thing you're really going to need to do this is you're going to need replacement batteries, and you're going to need a tiny screwdriver that can get into some little bitty Phillips head screws. And I'm going to start taking these screws out now. Hopefully I've got a screwdriver that'll fit. One thing that might be a good idea, you don't have to do it, but if you've got something soft like a polishing cloth, something like that, sit it on top of that so you don't scratch up the bottom of it. But bear with me, I'm going to try and take these screws out. Okay, so I've taken all 4 of the screws out. I'll say this screwdriver was not a good idea. The head was right, fit into the Phillips heads just fine, but it's so small I didn't have a whole lot of leverage. They're pretty tight to get them off, but nonetheless, I got it. All we're gonna do is pull this top part off, and we'll see in here, there's 2 watch batteries. I don't know if you're going to be able to see this or not. The batteries say SR43W on both of them. So it's a little bit of a trick for me trying to find an SR43W battery, but trusty old Amazon had them, and they're kind of hidden, but this is what you need. Duracell 301-386, and if you look on the back of these, you'll notice up here, SR43, SR43W. So these are the batteries that are going to work. So let's go ahead and open them up. Make sure and keep your old ones away because you don't want to get the new ones confused with the old ones. And now we've got our batteries. You're going to put the flat end down. And there's a picture that shows that. And it kind of sits into place. You'll see it when you do it yourself, but if you kind of push it back to the edge, there's some little clips here on the side that hold it. Now, we've got it. Look at that. As soon as I made connection, you can see it's wanting to turn on. We've got power. Boom. So now, all I'm going to do is I'm going to put the screws back in, we're going to put it back in the strap, and we should be ready to roll. Okay, so I've got all 4 screws back in and everything looks great. All we have to do at this point, pop it back in our strap, and we are ready to get back out there with our VivoFit 4 activity tracker. I hope this video helped. One thing I should mention, if you've got a screwdriver that has a magnetic tip, it would definitely help with this. Also, if you're somebody like me who's an old man, has bad eyes, and no fingernails, you might want to use some tweezers or something like that to hold the screws get them back into holes a lot easier than trying to do it with your fingernails. But it's very easy. The batteries cost me $4.99 each, so it's about $10 to get this thing back up and running. Anyway, I hope that helps. If you got any questions, post them in the comments below. I'd be happy to help you out. And as always, thank you for watching.